Welcome to the Killer Radio Show.
Hello.
I'm Mason.
I'm Jason, eating.
Jason's eating, of course. Of course, Jason's eating.
Changed your last name? That's interesting.
Yeah, well, it's
Again,
more
these
accurate.
headphones aren't working, so that's awesome. Welcome to the Killer Radio Show on RiverWestRadio.com.
Oh my God, we got a phone from an early
Whoa, new phone.
Yeah.
Michael Crichton movie.
If you want to talk on that
Yeah,
phone,
if you
call.
wanna if you want to fax us,
Gordon Gekko, please get a hold of us.
You guys are really hitting him hard with the fax jokes right away, huh?
save a little bit.
Can I call a pager from that?
That's all you can call from that, actually. Welcome to the Killer Radio Show on RiverWestRadio.com. I'm Ryan Mason.
I'm Jason Hillman.
I'm Eric Thorson.
Yeah, you are.
And over there, we have
Steve Breeze on the decks.
the deck.
Slow. Oh, I was disconnected. He's on the Google,
I don't understand.
keeping us up to date on all of the important information that we won't listen to.
That's right.
Well,
hard not to get
we've had an important week, I suppose. General Petraeus is no longer important anymore, but that happened this week, right?
Because he decided to stop banging elves.
Why do you say that? Because he looks like an elf?
Not elves. Hobbits. Sorry. Because his wife looks like a hobbit.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That wonderful woman who raised tons of money for soldiers and their families?
Yeah, that
woman?
wonderful woman.
Yep, okay.
Yep.
All right. No mercy here on the Killer Radio Show. If you want to tweet the show during the show, you can tweet at CastKillers, #Killer Radio. We've got Jake Cornelli going to be in studio tonight.
Yeah.
We've got, hopefully, Tom Abramoff if he shows up, not too
Oh my God, hopefully.
hammered. That'd be
If
good.
there's a God.
Yeah.
I hope he shows up like mildly hammered.
Well, it wouldn't be him if he didn't.
I hope he shows up creepy.
Yeah, yeah.
There's 100% chance.
So Tom Abramoff's he's a personality in the in the comedy scene here.
With Kyle Juarez gone, there was a vacuum, so Tom Abramoff is filling it.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
No, Jake Cornelli he's a part of every scene apparently. He's the nerd scene, the geek scene,
Now he's part of the
indie scene,
1960s mods scene with that hat.
1960s mods.
Play us a tune, Jay.
You alright?
Oh my goodness.
Sorry, drinking water. It's really rough. Getting ready for this is our Thanksgiving show. This is our Thanksgiving spectacular. So
Let me give thanks to you guys for all three of you for listening in.
Yeah, listen.
buckle up for your Thanksgiving show.
Yeah. Try to stay awake from all the,
Are you guys excited for
You know
Thanksgiving?
what? Damn the man. Leave the seatbelt off.
leave the seatbelt off.
We've got airbags.
I am excited for Thanksgiving. I like Thanksgiving. All the food. And I'm hosting the open mic at Art Bar on actual Thanksgiving. So.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's fun.
So come on out to that.
Cold
Jason, what do you do for
Cold
Thanksgiving?
Last Thanksgiving, I just kind of hung out at my house alone because my family's pretty far away, and I like not having an obligation to go see them. Since I'm poor,
And you have terrible manners, we should say too. So
Yeah.
there's that.
or they have terrible manners.
Little
That's how I
respect for
ended
your
up.
elders.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, so I kind of avoid them and call them and
But, I mean, Christmas, though, right? Yeah. Christmas is when
Yeah, do you do Christmas? Too?
I haven't seen my.
You're Jewish,
I
though.
actually just
Oh,
talked
yeah.
to my.
Whoops.
That was a really fun time when I was younger because my mom was an atheist and my dad was a Jew, so he tried really hard to be a good Jew. So we celebrate Hanukkah and Christmas.
Yeah,
And your
extra.
mom celebrated either. Like
No, Christmas. She celebrated Christmas in the capitalist sense.
Yeah,
like
she bought you stuff.
let's buy stuff.
Yeah.
And for Hanukkah, I got a bunch of little things like
Dreidel.
art supplies and books about planes.
Yeah, what do Jews do for Thanksgiving?
Thank God we're not Indians.
Yeah, I guess so. You have a very modest Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So, what's your favorite part about what's your favorite thing to eat, Eric, on Thanksgiving?
Well, stuffing. Stuffing is up there. Pumpkin pie.
Okay,
Crow.
Gravy.
Crow.
A really good gravy is probably my favorite thing.
gravy.
Yeah.
Really? On the stuffing?
Do you just
Stuffing on
drink the gravy
on the
out
turkey,
of
on the stuffing mixed in with the cranberry sauce a little bit?
with the pie, with the pumpkin pie?
on the pumpkin
Are you the
pie.
type of person who puts
Pumpkin
like everything all in one big like lump in the middle of your plate?
Do you turn it into like a chicken bowl from KFC?
Let me tell you my Thanksgiving strategy.
Please,
Thanksgiving
yes,
strategy.
lay it on us.
Here's
'Cause
what it
we
goes.
should say Eric is probably the best eater of everyone.
I feel like if
Thank you.
if I was you and I was controlling you at a meal, it'd be like Madden '95 or Tecmo Bowl,
Ryan, we prefer masticators, but
Okay, all right.
LLC.
No, you gotta. I mean, you can pile it on the plate, but the plate is you gotta have a good mashed potato base. The base mashed
Obviously,
potatoes
yeah.
is really good, and you usually pile on. You go mashed potatoes, stuffing, turkey, and then gravy on top of the whole thing. So it's almost like a volcano almost.
Where do the
Yeah,
cranberries
if
go?
you're
in
a
this?
glutton and you do that, it's like a volcano. I like to separate all of my things because I wasn't raised in a barn.
Yeah, the animal.
Yeah, but in this barn we ate like kings.
He's a masticator. I'm kind of
Touche,
on
sir.
your side on this one. Like, I'm one of those people who I like the cranberry sauce on like everything. Like, I like real cranberry sauce.
Oh, I can't
I
do
don't
cranberry
like it when it's
sauce.
too sweet.
Can't.
It's got to be like a good amount of like tart, the cranberry sauce. You know, like it can't be too sweet, then it's just kind of.
What are you having like sweet cranberry
You
sauce?
take notes, don't you? Do you have like a journals going
Yeah.
back to when you were 12?
recipe cards, just like all right. I
Oh
got
yeah.
this, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I cook the Thanksgiving dinner at my house, so
Really?
yeah,
Wow.
I do it. I do the whole damn thing. My mom called me though, and she was like trying to. She was saying on the phone how she's bringing everything. I was like, I think you're missing the point here. Like,
Well, I mean,
I'm picking up the bird, and without a bird, there's no Thanksgiving.
is there very many like does like stuffing have gluten in it and stuff like that? Like
Yeah, so I'm making gluten-free stuffing this year,
Yeah.
which will be interesting.
And I'd imagine potatoes are right.
Potatoes are okay.
Potatoes are okay.
Yeah, so that's really the like yes, and then green bean casserole is kind of traditional, but I can stay away from that. But gravy, I have to make my own gravy. I haven't even thought about that yet.
Yeah.
But I usually make my own gravy. I just have to use a different like flour to do it. Yeah, thanks for making me feel like Thanksgiving's gonna suck because I can't eat it.
Well, I'm just concerned. You know,
I can have turkey and I can have mashed potatoes and I can have a stuffing if I make it myself.
What about pie?
Pie, I think, is probably out of the question. I got these delicious cookies, though, here from Eric's girlfriend, Sarah. Made me some gluten-free chocolate chip apple cinnamon cookies.
Gluten-free sounds sad.
Yeah, but you ate one of those cookies.
they're delicious.
Right, but there's
really
no
good.
replacement for pie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not a
What
big
is it
pie
about-
guy anyways. At
I
least
mean-
I'm telling myself that.
They probably
Fair enough.
the crust, right, is where the gluten's coming. Is the crust, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
So
that
like,
is
they
true.
could probably make like a gluten-free crust or something.
Well, I know that's out of the question because I'd have to like make it myself, or and then everybody would complain about it.
Yeah,
so
right.
I've already got that going with if I screw up the
I'm
gravy.
sure there's some kind of alternative out there, like at Whole Foods or at Outpost.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
I'm
But if
going
you're
to
not a pie
Outpost.
guy,
Have you been to Outpost? It's terrible. Like, just price-wise, I feel like it's so rough. Am I out of?
there's a couple of things I go there specifically for that I can't find anywhere else. Like their eggs, like Yuppie Hill eggs, are the best eggs I've ever had in my life, and they're worth going to Outpost for. There's a lot of other things that I would rather just go to Walmart for.
Oh man, I got in an argument. Speaking of, with my girlfriend because they opened a Walmart like really close to my work, and it's in like a small town, so it's like a small town Walmart. It's not like the ends of the earth Walmart on Capitol Drive, the place that even if when they redo it, when you walk in it, you feel like shame and like it's awful.
Yeah.
So like they opened this Walmart in Menominee Falls, and it's by where I work, and I'm like, well, I'm on the go for lunch. I'll just run in here and get a few things. It's like super cheap and super convenient. I was
It's
like,
ridiculously cheap.
I know. It's like,
It's
oh
painfully
no.
cheap. There's a Piggly Wiggly down the street from the Capitol Walmart.
Yeah.
That's just the saddest thing ever
Yeah.
if you
Yeah.
walk in there.
You know what's really sad? The Aldi's by the Walmart too is like rather sad.
Oh God, yeah. I haven't
like
even
the
thought
Aldi.
about going to Aldi's since that Walmart. But it's funny because when that Walmart reopened, it was supposed to be a shining example of redevelopment in the community, and it's just.
To who? Who said that? Who said
I'm
that it
assuming
would be-
that was the plan of all of the
You are assuming a lot.
the
right
random white people that were wandering around that place for about 2 weeks, and then it just naturally verts back to its state, its original state,
Yeah.
which is like a really pretty train wreck.
there. Yeah, bedlam inside there.
You can
It's the
see all of
worst.
like if you go down some food aisles on some days, like there's maybe 6 boxes, no one did any refills. It
Yeah.
looks like a disaster. It's like
think-
Mad Max would shop there.
Most people who grew up in the suburbs, or like maybe they lived out in the country, even in like a small town, and they had a Walmart. You remember the Walmart as like a place where it's almost like sterile walking into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the
Yeah.
Walmart that's by River West.
Like a hospital
is-
that sells sells things in bulk.
That Walmart is like the worst place on earth. We've talked about it on the show.
Yeah, we
before.
have the Walmart in Marinette though. It's pretty like it's really sterile and like it's open 24 hours. So, like they have those like fluorescent lights that just like make
Buzz,
you
yeah.
feel
Make
really
you
weird.
like it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Like you feel like a tweaker when you're in a Walmart at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, so I'm very unprepared for Thanksgiving this year, but I'm prepared emotionally for a lot of hard work leading up
Yeah.
to it. Like, how do you guys prepare emotionally for Thanksgiving? Because I think a lot of people get like worked up about it, like where it bothers them. There's stress about being close to family and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Like that never bothers me.
Again, thankfully, I don't have to deal with that. Most of my stress deals with like, well, if I'm 'cause I'll have a
Emotional
couple-
abandonment.
Yeah.
Like abandonment.
I got over that years ago. Sometimes I'll have people that ask me to come hang out with their families, like, "Oh, you're not doing anything, come here." And I'm like, most of my emotional trauma comes from trying to decide whether I want to go do that or
Right.
make up some lame excuse and just sit at home alone.
Yeah.
And that was fun. That's fun for me to do because the whole world is dead. Everyone's busy doing something. So
Right.
you there's a certain amount of solitude or peace in that solitude that's kind of comforting. And
then
so
you-
I use that Thanksgiving as my springboard to just get away from people.
Yeah.
It's high censorship there. Dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you.
What
I've been
about
working
you,
on that.
Eric? Where do you go? Where are you going?
I work on Thanksgiving and I get double time.
Oh boy.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, so I'm
Steppin'
working Thanksgiving, and I'm going up that Saturday afterwards. And so like I'll have a Thanksgiving with my family.
Up in
after
Wausau?
that. Yeah, up in Wausau. Yeah.
Well, look, I bet you'll see a lot of dead deer on your way back.
Yeah, I was up there last weekend. Yeah,
Give
just
thanks.
tons, and it's really like pretty gross. Like you'd see like where the 18-wheelers, they just don't even slow down. They just will run right through those things, and you
Yeah.
can just like see on the road. They'll be like, oh, there's a 6-foot bloody skid mark. Oh my goodness. Like,
Yeah.
it's really disgusting.
I just saw an article, speaking of the deer hunt, that somebody shot an albino deer up north.
Oh really?
Yeah, so like you're not allowed to shoot albino
So
deer.
this is a really ugly white dude.
Yeah. his
Someone
name's
shot the deer powder.
Well, I don't blame the guy who shot it because I don't see color. But the albino deer apparently they shot.
I only see race. Who
I
says
only
that?
see horns.
That's Laura.
I only see horns. Yeah, Laura's joke. But they shot the albino deer, and apparently that's illegal. But the deer was technically in a chronic wasting disease zone, so you can shoot it. Like it's fine to shoot it.
Can't shoot if it's white. That's interesting.
Well, they're very
Only
rare.
shoot 'em if-
and in some cultures they're like sacred. So I
Yeah,
think in like
that's
Native
true.
American culture it's like sacred.
But I mean, if
Oh
you
yeah, because we really respect the Native American
Only
culture.
when it comes to not shooting deer. I mean, we'll shoot any deer that comes our way.
We'll
If it's-
shoot Indians, but not their white deer.
But if it's white, if it's a white deer, we won't shoot it.
Well, if it's a white Indian, we've done our job.
Wow. You weren't a part of that. You were Jewish. It's a different boat.
Boat.
up north, a lot of people they shoot their own turkeys up north too, and that's really cool. I wish
Is
I
it?
could- yeah.
Is it cool? Is it really cool?
really cool?
Why is it cool?
Because I mean, I think
This seems like a lot of work.
all you gotta do is shoot it, pluck it, stuff it, and eat it.
Pull all the
Oh, cook
bullets
it. You gotta
out.
cook
Probably get the bullets out. You gotta like soak it.
I feel like I'm also
my
reading
cousin,
the diary of Jeffrey Dahmer.
My cousin is like 12, and she shot a huge deer, like 25-pound turkey.
That is
25-pound deer. That's a
fat
tiny
turkey.
deer.
Huge
Or a
turkey.
tiny deer.
Yeah, super tiny deer.
What? Where was this?
Big
Up in
cat.
Wausau.
Oh, up in Wausau.
But the turkey season is over now, so you
Yeah.
can shoot a deer.
So I don't know. Like the guy had the decision to make when shooting that all white deer between
had the lost profits.
between shooting it or because it's in a chronic wasting disease section. He had the right to shoot it, but like it still was kind of bad form, and people are mad at him for killing it.
Yeah.
What would you have done in that situation, Eric?
Shoot it.
You would have shot it no matter what. Yeah.
Well, only if it was in the chronic wasting zone.
Oh yeah. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, if it wasn't, then, you know what-
You would have
what-
legally shot it. Right?
Yeah.
That's all it is.
And I mean, it's a big deal, chronic wasting disease.
Do you want
Well,
to?
explain to me what-
CWD.
Do you want to
What that's
elaborate on
about?
that?
What's going on there?
It's a degenerative disorder with deer. I don't.
It's almost flesh eating, where like it eats. the
Yeah,
nerves.
it's like really bad.
Yeah.
But I don't think that they've found. Have they found that it can actually transfer to humans?
No, they can't. But it can transfer to other deer. Really bad.
So if you eat
obviously.
that deer and then you kiss a deer,
Yeah.
then that deer is going to be in trouble.
Well, if you sleep with the deer, then maybe like without,
Yeah.
without
Like, you mean-
unprotected.
You mean
then,
like cuddling?
Yeah.
Like if I just sleep next to it, if I spoon the deer, I can get it?
Well, it depends on if the deer is horny or not, right? Right, guys?
All of a sudden the deer has a headache.
Yeah. Oh, I can't do it today, you guys.
You want to watch Bambi? No!
You know the
the white deer, you're like, you're not my type.
Yeah. Oh,
white, too white.
Too white.
You're racist.
Apparently, the white deer didn't have much of a backside on it, I guess. But the bear hunt in Wisconsin is taken off. This is the largest bear hunt in all of Wisconsin bear hunting history, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know we had 4,000 bears in Wisconsin.
We have a lot of bears in Wisconsin.
Apparently, they killed 4,000 of them, like, already. That seems crazy to me. How many bears would you have guessed there were in Wisconsin? I guess your guess would be right on, because you lived with
close
bears.
close to 10,000.
In this section of town or closer to like Lacage?
Probably closer to Lacage.
Marinette County has one of the highest bear populations, and
bet it does.
wolves too. There's lots of wolves up there too.
Cougars?
What do? They just hang out
Oh,
together?
dick, I'm sorry.
Have you ever shot a bear?
I've never shot a bear,
you
but
seen a bear?
I have seen some bear. I've deer hunted and seen bear. My uncle actually shot
Just
a bear.
bear? It's not bears?
I think it's still bear. Plural of bears. Still,
No,
isn't
lions,
it?
tigers, and bears?
Bears?
It wasn't lions, tigers, and bear.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Oh my.
Yeah, I guess you're right. No, but my uncle he shot a bear with a
Greg Matthews outside, everybody. There he is.
oh, he's coming in.
Yeah, he's coming in. He's
No,
coming in.
but my uncle shot a bear with a bow and arrow.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like a
Did it, like,
compound bow
the
or
bear
a-
didn't
He
just, like,
is
grab the bow and
badass.
arrow?
He is badass.
Oh, Greg Matthews joining us in River West. Oh, and her friend from Green Bay.
No, Marie Faye.
Marie Faye. I thought you said Green Bay.
Marie Faye from Green Bay.
Marie Faye from Green Bay and Greg
Hey.
Matthews in studio. Greg, you want to say a few words? Do you want to shout out to your friends and family on this
Online radio.
Thanksgiving holiday?
Some happy wishes.
You can. We'll let you.
140 characters.
Yeah, 140 characters. Greg Matthews is a friend of mine, and he's somebody who represents the community as a
I'm a East Side walker. You've probably seen the shaved head, a lot of dancing, a lot of
dancing.
a lot of big headphones. Are we on right now?
we're on. Oh,
Because
yeah.
normally,
We are hot.
normally when I'm on the radio, I hear like a weird echo.
You're not wearing any. You're not calling. You're actually here next to us.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So
You are
there is
in
that.
you're right here, right now.
This is the first time I've been on the radio and not used my hands. The previous 10 times I've always
Called in. It's calling.
talked with my hands, and they said to me, "No one can see your
No-
hands."
nobody
So
can
you
see
don't
your
care.
hands.
Whatever, man. You're cutting your own path.
So, Greg,
Exactly.
are you excited for Thanksgiving? What are you thankful for? I guess is a good question.
I'm thankful for a good meal. I just want to give a shout out to Cafe Centro,
Right? And that's how it's
also
pronounced.
known as the best restaurant in Milwaukee.
Yeah, hands down. As far as places that you've come from in the last hour
right.
are concerned.
My other favorite restaurant is Replay.
Replay.
Replay on North and Farwell. So that's my second favorite.
Third favorite, McDonald's on North.
That would be the replay burger.
Yeah, it's 64 ounces, and the heart attack I think you have to pay like $10.99 for.
Is that true? Do you want to do restaurant reviews for us on the show? Let me.
I could.
How about let me give you a restaurant and I want you to give me a quick review. Okay.
Done.
All right. Hooligans.
Garbage. I'd rather go to that pizza place.
Which one is that?
Wait, is this live?
Yeah, it's live.
Crap. I hope their owner.
Okay.
No, they have like that ostrich burger. That's really good.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And what would you pair with that?
A red wine, probably aged about 20 years. I don't know if they have that
That's
in
my
fall.
favorite.
So like a 92.
92, right?
That's 10 years. Wait, that's that 20 years?
Right.
My Fishers.
Math.
My Fishers.
Mud butt. I always have gastrointestinal. Is that a word?
Yeah, that's true. That's exactly.
Gastrointestinal problems. After that, great food though. Great hash browns.
Great hash brown.
Yeah, great hash
The
browns.
food
mud
gets
butt.
better the later it gets.
This is true.
This is true.
Between normal hours, awful.
Yeah.
3 to 4 a.m. is the greatest thing you've ever had.
Divine.
All right, let me give you a classier joint. Let's see if we can. Have you been to Cafe Benelux?
Slow service. Again, I feel bad if they're listening to this right now.
This is
Nice
the
patio.
this is
They
a
have a nice
critic's
patio.
cross to bear. This
They
is
have
your,
terrible
Right.
service and
Yeah, the
excellent.
service.
They
I was
make
gonna hear
the
it.
food is so good it makes up for their terrible service.
This is true. If you want good service, also same food, just go to Cafe Hollander.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
on Downer.
all right.
I used to work there.
Let me give you one more, and then we'll let you be on your merry way.
And I'm cut off.
Taco Bell, the one on Silver Spring.
Oh, that's a great one. Yeah, it's on par with some of the best Mexican you're ever gonna have. It's right alongside Corazon. You're gonna want to talk to Albert. He's one of the chefs there.
Albert Knob.
Not Alberto.
It's Albert Rodriguez. He makes a fantastic,
white guy, though.
what's like an enchilada burrito. It's like
Yeah,
a
what
chalupa.
do you order at Taco Bell? What would you suggest?
I usually do 2 soft tacos and a Mexican pizza, and then a medium
Boy,
Dr.
they're
Pepper.
audacious, aren't they? Calling it a Mexican
Oh,
pizza.
I know. To say the least.
What about the one on Wisconsin? Now, if compare that one to the one on Wisconsin with the bulletproof glass.
Can we just go back to this guy's comment? Sorry, I called you this guy, Eric. I know your name. I just for the purpose of the radio, it's funnier to say this guy.
Just point to me, and the listeners will just pick right up.
Was that a euphemism? He said, "You seem like a guy that would be big into the upper decker."
I said double.
Oh, double decker. Double decker.
You were thinking
I
upper
was thinking
decker.
upper. I was thinking
and post Taco Bell, you might be in the mood for an upper decker. Quite
This
honestly.
is true. Nothing says Taco Bell like ruining your friend's plumbing.
Yeah.
So, on that note,
Now, do you get your Mexican pizza hand tossed or deep dish?
I usually have it hand. It's hand. Thinner the better. Yeah, you really
that's
can't
true.
eat like a 2-inch thick mound of that.
You gotta eat it with a spork.
Greg, you and me are gonna pioneer the deep dish Mexican pizza. It's gonna happen. Just bean soup in there.
Denny's on St. Paul.
We got a tweet in from this? Yep. Oh man. All right.
Denny's on St. Paul. Does that even exist? I didn't even know Denny's had a St. Paul.
Well, ballpark it for us.
location.
Ballpark it.
Denny's, the home run slammer. One of my favorite YouTube videos is a Harvard graduate who didn't know that the name of the breakfast item at Denny's is called, I think, the home run.
The Grand Slam.
The Grand Slam. Yeah, I just messed it
Well,
up.
you didn't go to Harvard.
But you're gonna YouTube Harvard Denny's Grand Slammer. The disappointment on her face when she loses out on this question is hilarious. So just look it up.
All right. Well,
For the eggs over my hammy.
yeah, moon over my hammy. Both you guys are idiots.
That works too.
Am I the only guy who's been to Denny's
Sober.
Yeah.
and remembered and lived to tell the tale? Speaking of mud butt,
What are you guys eating over here? It looks like some
you
sort
like
of.
one?
I'll have one.
Yeah.
I won't eat it on the air. I'll save it.
Oh, why not, Jason?
Oh, Jason's eating
No.
them there. These are gluten-free chocolate cookies. Would your friend like one?
Maureen?
Would Green Bay over there want
Her
one?
name is Maureen Fay. She's not from Green Bay. Just want to clarify.
She is in my book.
Yes.
But she is a Packer fan, right?
Yes, hopefully.
She's just moved here from New York. If you have any questions about living in the
I've
Big
never
Apple,
been there.
she's your girl.
The windy apple, as they call it, right?
The Big Apple.
The big windy apple.
Hello.
Say hello.
Hello, Milwaukee.
Oh, hey.
For the warm welcome.
Yeah, welcome to Milwaukee. What brings you to Milwaukee?
You know, I'm from Wisconsin. Thanks a lot. And I was in New York for 4 years.
What?
I worked on Broadway.
Oh, that's like Usher.
In advertising.
Oh, okay, very cool.
7-Eleven on Broadway.
What's something that you've worked on that you're very proud of?
The Book of Mormon
Oh, interesting.
or Wicked.
So are you still working in the theater? What made you leave the Great White Way, as it were?
You know,
Does anybody call it that anymore?
they do actually. They do. It is.
Thank
It is
God.
still known is still known as the Great White Way.
Yeah, and I will be gosh darned if it's ever forgotten.
New York I was there for 4 years in Manhattan, and it was wonderful. It was awesome. I went there at 23. Very expensive, yes.
That doesn't sound that great.
But I was there during the recession, so it was pretty interesting to see
Sure.
the city then.
You know, the Great White Way suffered during the recession, but
It did, but
not
you
as
know,
much as the blacks.
theater. Theater's a kind of a discretionary spend.
That is true.
People that like it.
So
they're
what is
still
your
gonna go.
The
what
Great
is
White
your
Way will never die.
people should still support theater. Why should people still support theater?
Because the only thing we have is creativity.
Oh my God, so true. As a comic, I must say I agree wholeheartedly.
Even though, yeah, I mean, as a person who isn't creative, obviously Ryan still agrees with you,
Tell
but
a dick joke.
Because when you would strip it down to
Yeah, strip it down. I agree. When you strip
to
it
who
down.
we all creativity makes the world go round.
Absolutely. Well, what a good
Yeah.
sentiment to leave us on. And it's Maureen.
Maureen.
Maureen. It's so nice to meet you.
So
I
nice
bet
to meet you
I bet I
too.
see you again. So
Probably.
thank you for coming on
you.
the Killer Radio Show.
Yeah, thank you.
Greg's gonna come back and do some.
Two final quotes, always my favorites. As it's Thanksgiving approaching, one, you can never say thank you enough. So
And who's that quote from?
that's my own. That's my own.
Stalin.
Stalin said that. He's big on that. My other big one, I quoted it to a student today at the Aveda Institute, is it's always darkest right before the dawn.
That is true.
Harvey Dent said that. Harvey Dent, right?
That's also me. Harvey Dent took it. So you can either be inspired by it or roll your eyes and then realize how powerful it is years later.
That's
Do with it
right.
what you will.
I can't believe that one of your students at the Aveda Institute made up that quote. That's amazing.
Well, though I think she wasn't inspired because I had to like have her finish it. I was like, it's always darkest right when it's like dark and like midnight. She was like, the dawn. I'm like,
yeah,
that's
you
it.
know.
It's always darkest when
Red
the sun
dot.
goes down.
Well, I'm gonna ask Greg to be on assignment to go out to eat as much as possible, so you can report back with some more fascinating, captivating restaurant reviews.
Go eat at Rumpus Room. Yeah.
I
Amazing.
can do that. My restaurant critic name for the radio will be Dingus.
You got
Yeah.
it, Bob Dingus.
Bob Dingus.
Hashtag Dingus.
Dingus eats.
Dingus eats.
Yeah.
Love it. All right. Well, thank you guys.
I just waved to the microphone. You can't see it, but I waved.
Thank you.
Cool. Thanks.
Oh yeah, perfect. Who says that River West doesn't have things to do? There's plenty to do in River West.
People in Whitefish Bay.
Oh, the Great White Way.
Rich people. Rich people say there's nothing to do in River West.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Well, now we got a restaurant that after Dingus's review, we're gonna be selling that place out. Boy, you know that really took us for a loop.
Yeah.
I hope people. I don't think Greg's on Twitter, or else I would blast out his Twitter. But you guys, now that you're getting your pictures taken, okay, great. So you excited?
No.
You're excited for Thanksgiving.
I like
you
Thanksgiving
said that
because-
you eat everything. That's great.
Yeah. I like Thanksgiving because Thanksgiving has some of the most fun words to say. You know?
Like, give us your land. No, sorry.
Like what?
Giblets,
Giblets is a good word.
turducken.
That's true.
Yeah, it's just like
Turkey neck.
turkey neck. Yeah.
And my favorite, Mom, come on, please don't have another glass of wine.
Oh no, we let my mom go to town and then fall asleep like the rest of us. If you want to call in with your restaurant review, you can call 414-935-2951, or you can tweet us with a restaurant that you think we should send Greg Matthews to.
Yeah.
All expense paid. We should say, unless it's too
By
expensive.
him.
Yeah, by him. By him.
Or if you want to tweet in your favorite Thanksgiving holiday word.
Yeah,
That's fun to say.
That's fun. That's fun. Go right ahead. So speaking of fun, we had before we take a little break, we had a show in Madison that was pretty fun.
Yeah.
That was a pretty rad time.
Yeah.
Did you have a good time? My
Yeah.
mom came out. It was a small room, but what a cool room. I really, if
Yeah.
you live in Madison, I encourage you to go to Atlas Improv for any show. It doesn't matter what it is. It's just a cool place, and supporting live local theater and comedy, as we found out from this Maureen.
all in that one?
is
I love
important.
it. That's
Myself, Jason and Damon, Ryan Casey,
David
Sean
Zoe
Moore,
Leon.
Sean Moore.
and David Leon.
Yeah, and Chris
David
Lay
Leon.
and Jay Abandanza.
Chris
Well,
Lay and
another
Jay.
shout out to those guys. They are fantastic.
Oh
Shay.
yeah, they're great.
They put on the show.
Great people.
They've been putting on shows for a while. They used to have it at the Project Lodge.
Yeah.
Good people, good stuff.
Yeah.
Funny people.
They
Chris
all
Lay
make
is
me
one of the
laugh.
funniest human beings
Yeah.
I've ever
Chris
seen
Lay
in my
was in
life.
the-
Ryan Casey always makes me laugh too. That guy's a riot.
Yeah, the guy with the beard, right?
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah.
They're
I
all
love
funny.
David Zoe Leon. He's so weird.
Yeah.
He is weird. My mom said she really liked him.
Yeah.
I like that David. That's what she said. I was like, oh, that's cute. Like, I'm sure he needs that right now.
Are you riding your bike? Do you need to have the light
The
on?
strobe light
Dear
guys
God.
outside.
Our radio show just became a rave. So, go.
Bump. Right? Are all raves? They play that song? They play the Venga Boys? Is that what they play? I'm assuming all raves are just the Venga Boys. Am I right? Am I right?
Yes, you are.
And pacifiers.
Yeah, and pacifiers. Have you ever been to a rave, Eric? I know you probably have.
I haven't been to what's technically a rave. You know, just like loud music at my friend's house. Is that a rave?
No, it's not a rave.
Dance around and
I've never been to like one of those like the we're gonna follow this to this thing to this thing and then we're gonna
Yeah.
find the secret place for the rave. But I've been to like woods raves and it's all right, sure. I would have rather been in my house listening to this with friends instead of
In my headphones.
yeah. doing something way more productive
Yeah, I don't
than
think
watching my
there's-
friends pass out and pretend to love one another for 6 hours because they paid $20 for the feeling, just to feel something.
just to feel anything.
I've been in like a Marinette rave where it's just like a warehouse and a dude with some turntables. Like,
and three like goth girls waving back and
Marinette
forth.
rave.
and they got pacifiers, but they're sober. They're not on any like cool drugs. They're just sober with
They're
pacifiers.
not on any cool drugs.
Well, that's what
Because they
raves are
just
about,
got their
right?
braces off.
Like I don't know.
You sound like somebody from Marinette. That's what the raves are for. Get those cool drugs and go listen, get a lightsaber and go out there and listen, bob your head up and down.
Lightsabers, those are the important parts. That's the important thing to bring to a rave. Milk and lightsabers.
I think I went to a rave when I was in like high school or something like that.
Accidentally.
No, like on purpose. Like I wanted to go because like I wanted to hang out with some of the people that were going and stuff like that. But it was like, there's no way that it's not disappointing. And it's funny because there's this huge line and they're like patting kids down to so that they don't bring drugs in, and like the line goes around the corner, and like just around the corner is like every kid putting like as much drugs as possible in their shoes.
Yeah.
I'm like they're
End
not
up their butt.
I was like, they don't really care. They're just trying to make sure you're not stupid. Like that's what it is. And,
Yeah.
like then you can go in and be as stupid as you want.
Smuggling like a whole bottle of Jack Daniels or something.
I will say though, like if you had
Daniels
like
at a rave?
night vision goggles and you went to a rave and like you were stone cold sober, you would just see like the dumbest people on earth just wandering around with their mouths open like idiots.
Yeah, it's
licking
that's
stuff.
that's like what I did not intend to see.
it was just another context for like that false love that drugs bring. Like
Yeah,
that
it was
coke love.
awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, and everybody, it was a unique period of time because in the 2000s, like the late 90s to like early 2000s, there was like rave culture that was active, and it left immediately. Like there's
9/11 killed the rave.
yeah,
basically.
9/11 killed rave culture for sure. I mean, that was even like the tail end of it was like that. But I remember like rave culture at
9/11
school.
was the day that the rave culture and nu metal died.
I know. If there's one positive we can take out of it,
Because that Limp Bizkit died the day the towers came down.
yeah, I think people sobered up.
They did it all for the what?
You got a tweet?
Yeah. At J Tyler Men's Cornucopia.
There he is.
Oh, is that Tyler Menz, one of our comic buddies who
Yep.
did the show on Friday?
Just in the showcase. Yeah.
Follow him on Twitter. He's a
Yeah,
funny
he's
guy.
Yeah, follow him on Twitter.
He's a glasses wearing guy.
And then David Zoleon retweeted some stuff that we said about him on the just now in the air, so he's listening. Hopefully.
My mom likes you.
Yeah.
My friend. I hope David doesn't mind, but he was sick at the show, and he was very ill from having Chinese food.
Oh,
And
yeah.
my friend was there to see the show, and he's like waiting for the bathroom, and apparently David walked up to him and was like, "I'm gonna throw up in there." And then my friend was like, "Well, is it okay if I go first?" David was just like, "I'm gonna go outside." So I hope he's on the mend, and which I'm sure he is. He's a powerful, spiritual individual. So
Yeah,
sure.
you'll overcome a Chinese food bug. We've all been there.
Yeah.
You got another tweet?
They're literally bugs.
And at SoCo Coke, Sarah Connor, friend of the show.
Oh yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, she said giblets.
She did say giblets.
Somebody had to say giblets already. And that's like the first one I said.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Giblets. They might not even be listening. They might just be getting those tweets and answering.
At David Zoleon, you should follow him.
Yeah.
Says, at Cast of Killers, love you guys.
Oh, that was.
Hashtag MUAH, Mua?
Oh, my
It's
God.
like a kiss. Well, if it's any consolation, Cast of Killers wants to have little Davelings with
Yeah.
with
Little
Dave.
Xeons.
Want to have your Xeon babies.
little Davelings with Dave. On that note, let's take a little break.
Hashtag fist.
It's been an action-packed. It's been an action-packed start to the show. Let's take a little break. We'll play some music, and then we'll come
Michael
back.
Bay directed the opening half of our
When we
show.
come back, we'll have the mod, Jake Cornelli on, and he's only known as the mod now. Hey,
My
Steve, just for
apologies.
future reference, I have a playlist that says Killer Radio, and that's what you can play any song.
Oh, I
on.
didn't know that.
Well, now you know. That's what
Quit
I'm
giving away
saying.
secrets for
I know.
random listeners.
I
Good information
think
for me.
this is the elusive parallelograms. This song is called Blank Expression.
Cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Your eyes make so much sense in my mind. It's a strange set of feelings that tear, separate all my
Welcome, welcome back to the Killer Radio Show on RiverWestRadio.com. You are tuned in. Make sure to tweet us. We've got Jake Cornelli in the studio right now. Jake Cornelli, say hi.
Hello.
Jake Cornelli's he's a comic. He's a musician. He's a Lothario. He's eating a cookie. What is that? Coffee?
It's tea, actually.
Oh, that's cool. What
Yep.
kind of tea you drinking?
It's green tea.
Oh, green tea, bitty boo. And that's Green Sleeves.
Yep.
Are you familiar with Green Sleeves? You're a musician.
I've heard of that once.
Yeah, it's a great song.
Uh-huh.
Welcome to the show. Is it you've been on the show before? Have you not?
Yep, I was on once before.
All right. Well, this will yeah. Welcome back, repeat guest. Love it. Jake's been doing hard-hitting comedy, all
Yep.
over the city. You just seem to get funnier and funnier, which I love. I think.
Thank you.
You see a lot of people who go on stage and don't look like they've practiced very much, and I can tell that you care about what you're doing. Are you working on your game pretty hard?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't do it if I wasn't like practicing and like
Yeah.
try to get, because I don't know how much I want to do. Like, I always think like, well, I don't know how much stand-up I want to do, but I keep doing it until
Until you don't want to do it.
yeah, I don't know, it's weird.
Your persona on stage is very much of yourself, but you do talk
Yeah.
about being socially awkward or a nerd and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Do you think that since you've been a comic and talking about how you're socially awkward, that it's making you more socially awkward or less?
I think less, because I'm definitely more confident in myself, like since I've started doing stand-up. But
What was the switch? Because when you first started doing it, you were you were saying meek.
yeah,
Very shy up
You're a
there.
big pussy.
And
Yeah.
then all of a sudden, one day you got up there, and I think it was at Art Bar. I remember you were still that guy, and then all of a sudden you got a heckler, and you snapped. And then you went the rest of your set. You were pissed.
Bad
It was
Bad
great.
Jake came out.
no, well, I think like I was like getting a little better, but at that show, like it was one of those at Art Bar where like no one was paying attention, or if they
Yeah.
were paying attention, like they were.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was just like I was just trying to get people in the back to like pay attention to me. Like I didn't care if they were laughing anymore. I was just like, hey, I'm over here, and I'm trying to be funny, so shut up and listen to me. Like,
So is that going to be your style now? Like a shock comic, like
Yep,
Sam
that's-
Kinison?
yep, that's me. Like, I'm gonna be the new Sam Kinison.
Jake Cornelli, the new Sam Kinison. All right, let's hear
I'd say put on a couple
let's hear
pounds.
your scream.
It's gonna be like, hey, you guys ever feel really awkward? that's my Sam
good.
Kinison.
That's pretty good.
Not bad.
Yeah, so you've had some bigger shows too. I noticed that you're showing up on more of the bills with Ryan Holman's shows.
Yep.
I've seen you at the cafe a couple more times, which is great. It's a good place to test your metal.
Yep.
Well, I said big shows,
Yeah.
but
We did the first Circle A together, me and you.
yeah, we did.
That was
We
a
did.
fun one. That's pretty fun.
Absolutely. So do you think that your style is changing at all since you are getting more confident? Outside of just being more confident, your writing style changing?
I think so. Like, it's still kind of like, this sort of happened to me, I'm gonna throw in a movie reference, and then
Boom, joke.
and then that's the end. And then, well, no, but I'm trying to like build off of other ideas, and like I can like I'll write something and then decide like, well, it's been done too many times.
Yeah.
Or,
Like, what happened after you pooped your pants during Terminator? What's the conclusion to that?
I don't remember. Like that was like one of those like kind of like first memories of like, oh man, when I was 5, like that's the only thing I remember when I was 5. Like,
I remember watching Total Recall. Like, do you remember like those friends that you
I think
had?
everyone has a Schwarzenegger memory.
Oh, definitely.
yeah.
Like,
I
do you
remember watching The Running Man.
Oh yeah, yeah, I remember that too. But you're older than us, so Running Man would be the one you would say.
Jingle all the way. Jingle all the way.
Yeah.
Go to hell.
I remember watching
Batman and Robin. Twins.
Twins. I went over to like a friend's house, and it was like a friend that was like not quite a friend yet. Like a school chum, if you will. This
Not a
is-
friend, but someone who you'll tolerate.
Yeah, and then like I got to their house and I realized that like their home life was totally different than my home life. It was like one of those first experiences. And I was in like elementary school and he's like, "You want to watch Total Recall?" I was like, "I don't think I'm allowed to watch this." He's like, "I've seen it like 6 times. Do you want a
My
cold
parents don't watch.
Do you want a cold hot dog?" Like I distinctly remember this and being like, "What do you do with the cold hot dog?" He's like, "You just eat it."
just watch me.
I was
Did he
like,
make you spaghetti with ketchup packets?
no, but it felt that way, and like I felt bad because obviously I was like taken aback by like there are no rules
Poverty.
here.
You mean the
and
poverty and the
yeah.
lack of love and support that your family has showered you with since you were born.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I also remember being like terrified of Total Recall. Like as the guy's like head explodes, being like, I'm not allowed to watch this for a reason.
I don't want to be at this party, Richter.
Yeah. And it was just me and this kid, and there were no parents to be found. Like my mom dropped me off when this kid's parents were home, and then they just left.
How old were you?
I
were
was probably
swingers.
like 4th grade. Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was awful.
Like my house.
So
like,
that's my question.
Yeah. Well, like when I was a kid, like my parents didn't care what movies I was watching. To be like, oh, this movie just came out, you can watch it. And like my dad still brings it up. He's like, oh, remember when we used to watch like Terminator 2 together when you were like 6? And like not still getting it. That's too violent for 6-year-olds.
Yeah. Was your dad a big like movie guy, or was he just kind of like
He just didn't
just
care.
a bad parent?
No, he was more like these are things like boys are supposed to like action movies and explosions, so like you should watch these.
Yeah, my dad took
Is he
me to
pretty
see White
disappointed
Men
in you?
Can't Jump. That's like the most profane movie ever written.
Which
I was
one?
like 11. White Men Can't Jump.
Oh yeah. Just the worst like basketball scenes you'll ever see too.
Yeah.
Like just guys who just don't look like they know how to play basketball.
Right, and Rosie Perez's boobs.
That's
Lots
true.
of that.
I mean, like, what? I don't know. Like, that could turn you gay, like, right there.
Or keep me straight.
No, I guess she was attractive at that point.
She was very attractive at that point.
Yeah, I'm just teasing.
It was very brief.
Jason, you're so stupid, Jason. What is the quince? That's all I remember from that movie. What is the quiche, Alex? Right? The Jeopardy scene?
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
yeah.
Right, guys? Oh man! What was your athletic life as a
men
youth?
can't.
Did you play sports?
No, not at all.
You strike me as a guy who either was like forced to play sports by their parents or just like avoided it at all costs.
Yeah, my parents were like, "Do you want to play sports? No, then I guess you're just gonna have to be in Boy Scouts or something, or
Were you in Boy Scouts?
You were in like hipster sports, like frisbee golf or
Longboard.
longboard.
no,
You're the longboarding
they
team.
didn't really have that in Manitowoc.
Oh, you're from Manitowoc? We just
Yeah.
had a Manitowoc's own. Greg Matthews was here giving us
and-
restaurant reviews
Yeah, I could have talked to him about high school or
about
something.
Manitowoc, about how you didn't play sports.
Yeah.
You guys could have had a really sad conversation.
Yeah.
moment in Manitowoc.
Yeah.
Yep.
The Manitowoc Minute with Jake Cornelli. Yep, it's cold and
Yep. And there's-
everything's closed.
they closed down another store.
I've been to what's it like growing up there? Like, it's not really by anything, right? Like, Manitowoc's in.
Well, it's like right in the middle of like between Sheboygan and Green Bay, so like.
Oh, part of that sprawling metropolis.
So like, but like the neighborhood that I lived in Manitowoc, like was like, they thought that they were gonna like make this mall and like this was gonna be like the new center of town because it's like close to the highway and like it's by the lake, so it's kind of nice area. But like they had these like big mall that like never took off at all. So then like all the stores just like shut down. So it was just like this vacant mall because like the Walmart on the other side of town like took over everything. So my neighborhood was just like this decaying like it gets worse like every time I go back. There's like trees growing on top of the buildings now. Like,
Oh,
there's
really?
just like weeds everywhere.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That seems like a paradise for like unmonitored youth.
Yeah. Like I don't know. I never was.
You want to go smoke weed in the mall that has a tree in it, bro? Climb that tree, get on top of the mall.
Want to go break into the vacant mall?
No.
We'll show them.
So your band is the Static Eyes. Are you in
Yep.
any other bands right now?
Yeah, I am. My other band is called the Living Blackouts.
Oh yeah, and is Gary in that band?
No. He's our unofficial mascot.
True enough. So what's that band? Tell us about that. We've talked about Static Eyes on the show before.
Living Blackouts is a band. It started like 2 years
yeah, we
ago.
got that. We got that.
It's my introductory sentence.
Do they play music? You guys play
We
music?
do play music.
What do you play in the band?
I play guitar and I sing.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Frontman.
Yep, pretty surprising. we started like a couple years ago. My friend had this idea of like about a bunch of people putting their names in a hat and then like having like these random bands being picked, and then you have 2 months to write a 20-minute set, and then you have to like play this show with people you've never played before. Like,
Oh, that's cool.
and then so that was our very first show. Like we had 2 months of like writing crappy punk rock songs, and then since then we've like changed the lineup a little bit, and
Got rid of all the people from the hat.
yeah.
So what do you sound like? What does the Living Blackout sound?
We have been using the term space punk
Yeah.
lately.
What is space?
It's like David Bowie,
Kinda.
Misfits.
That's not bad actually. It's like kind of like a 70s punk, but with like effects pedals, like a lot of whoosh whoosh noises.
So Angels and Airwaves.
Surf
Yeah.
rock without the surfing, right?
Kinda.
Silver Surfer rock, right?
Yep. Yeah.
That's cool. So do you guys have any shows coming up?
Yep. We're playing next week Thursday at Quarters with Big Eyes and Audacity.
Oh, right on.
Yep.
Yeah.
Down the street.
Yeah, River Westers Unite. Go out there and see them. So you're with comedy. You've been telling a lot of jokes about. You tell jokes about your family. What is your family's reaction to like your jokes about family?
They don't know the jokes that I do about my family.
Really?
Yeah.
You're hiding it? Are
If
you,
I-
are you actively hiding it or not?
Are they ashamed enough of that you became a musician?
I don't think I do. Like, I think I only do jokes about my dad, and I'm pretty sure if I told the jokes that I did tell about my dad, he'd get really upset.
Really? Is he
Yeah.
just like thin-skinned or what?
Yeah, he would take it very personally. But like if I didn't tell him those same things, like if I tell him the same things without saying like, oh yeah, I wrote a joke about it, he'd be like, oh yeah, I remember saying that. Like he'd be like, he wouldn't know what was offensive about it or what was weird.
Sure. Yeah.
Like I have a joke about a very racist comment that he made when he was driving me back to Milwaukee, but that was like one of his like kind of like nonchalant like, this is an observation I'm making. I'm gonna say it out loud. Like,
I would love to meet your father.
So, well, to be fair, he can't help the racist stuff coming out of his mouth.
yeah, he's from Manitowoc. Like,
So, how do you think, you can have those commentaries on your family, but I mean, obviously it probably comes from a different space. Like, I mean, it's not like you don't like your family.
Yeah, no,
Do
I
you
love my
even?
family, but it's just like a. But I mean, like when it's more like when you get to that age when you're just like, my parents are weird and I don't want to turn into them. Like,
Yeah, I think like everybody has that. I was writing a joke like today about, like older people who are set in their ways and like, all my jokes are about old people. I
Yeah.
should say like every day I'm thinking about people who are old and like, but like, what do you do? Do you tell people that their ways are incorrect, or do you
Yeah.
you write jokes about them?
yeah. Like it's not like when my dad says something racist, I can really call him out on it and be like,
Yeah.
no, you're wrong, and let me tell you why. Like he's already
He's
had
a
that.
fully formed adult.
Yeah, he's already had that in his brain for like the past like 60 years. Like,
Yeah.
But, I mean, have you ever tried that? Have you ever been like, he said something like when you're like 13, he said something really racist. Dad, that's some racist shit you just spewed. Stuff. I mean, have you ever tried like,
No.
no?
It's an intervention, but
Yeah.
Yeah. But then again,
Maybe
like
he wants to have a conversation with you about race.
maybe I should.
that's one of those weird things where it's like you hear all the people on the right and like and like conservatives talk in the bubble, like in their bubble. Like you wonder, it seems crazy when we're like, I can't believe this. These people believe this, but I sometimes wonder if they've ever heard like the other side. Like I sometimes see people out there talking, and you're like, I wonder if they've ever heard somebody say
Yeah.
like that way of thinking is not cool.
Or if they've ever considered like, I wonder what it's like to be a different person. Like,
Yeah.
I wonder what it's like to have less money than $1 million. Like,
But why would you wonder that if you've got $1 million?
That's
What's
true.
the point?
I think that's
Yeah.
why people look at politicians and they relate more to some of the ones that have a sense of humor, because it means
Barney
that
Frank.
it means that they've thought about things. Like, well, even Chris Christie seems to have a sense of humor.
Yeah.
He polls really high as being likable on a national
He came on
scale.
SNL.
Yeah, he was on SNL. He seems to have a good.
I like that towards the tail end of the campaign when when Sandy hit, and him and Obama met up, he was just kind of, everyone was like, why are you talking to him? Because we're human beings. What's
It's
the
like
matter
that's
with you?
where the money is, and like we got to get this done.
Yeah.
So do you think that what's your take on you know comedy as a means to grow people? Do you think your comedy is something that is pushing boundaries, or do you think that you're
No.
trying to make people laugh?
I'm trying to like. This is
Because some of us are on the edge, man.
well. These are things that I'm dealing with. These are things that I'm dealing with right now, and it's just like on my mind as I grow as a person. These are things that I'm thinking about and that I want to make jokes about. Like,
Yeah, but I think like even you like as somebody who's different and doing a joke where you come on stage, you admittedly call yourself a hipster and talk about what it's like to be that type of person, and you're not telling those jokes to other hipsters. Like you're telling that joke generally to somebody who.
yeah, people like when I do the joke about like hipsters, like since people hate them so much, they don't want to.
Oh, we got a phone call.
Is that us?
All right, let's see if this works.
Hopefully it's for Jake Cornelli.
Am I gonna
Killer
be
Radio, you're on the air.
Hello, hi. Yes, good evening. This is Chris Lay in Madison, Wisconsin.
Oh my God, it's Chris Lay. Why don't you give your headphones? Jake Cornelli's on the air right now. Do you want to ask him a question?
Oh, I don't know. What's his favorite John Hughes movie? How about that? Is that a good question?
Oh, my favorite John Hughes movie.
Apparently, it's a really good question. He's like perplexed. Can you hear us? Okay, we got a new phone.
Yeah, no, I can still hear you.
What's that one with what's Kevin Bacon, the baby one? That was pretty good.
You know, Kevin Bacon is in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Planes, trains, and automobiles. Only Jake and I can hear you. So when you hear Jason or Eric, then you'll know. Say hi to Chris Lay there, Jake Cornelli.
Hi, Chris Lay.
Hey, what's up,
That's the wrong answer, by the way.
I think I guess Breakfast Club. You can't go wrong with that one. That's
you
John
can't.
Hughes.
Yeah.
How's the open mic going in Madison right now?
Oh, it got canceled. I'm actually me and Jeff. I think you've met Jeff Schultz. Jeff, have you met Ryan Mason before?
It's good radio.
This is good radio. No, I mean, I'm walking from. Yeah, it's great radio. Fuck you. Listen.
This is sir. I will not have that kind of language from a caller. Now, if you can.
Listen. I'm just glad that they don't give a Pulitzer for radio, because if they did,
They do.
we would just be like a country mile ahead of everybody else. I don't want to embarrass people like that.
They do give a
This?
Pulitzer for radio, don't
Yeah.
they?
No, I'm
Peabody.
trying to
They give a
lean in and
Peabody.
Listen to this. Are you for real?
That's what it is. Jason's just talking to somebody.
You give it
Because she just accused me of farting.
No, it just smells bad in
a
here.
party.
Farting. So, Chris Lay, you've got. I want to. Maybe I'll do a little point counterpoint here with Jake Cornelli and Chris Lay. All right.
Okay.
All right. I want one of you to make the argument.
Uncle Buck.
Uncle Buck. Okay. Let's have the argument then. Breakfast Club versus Uncle Buck. Okay. You ready?
Okay,
I'm gonna ask Jake a question. Or Jake, you got 30 seconds. Tell me why Breakfast Club is the best John Hughes movie. Go.
Well, oh geez, oh boy.
Diverse cast.
Well, you've got the ensemble cast. You've got every clique in the library together, spending an entire day, and they're learning about each other. I really like that. Like what?
Just keep going. I'm just.
Oh boy. Where was I? Oh, they're learning about each other. They're making friends with people that they would have never even talked to. That's really great. And
All right, that's your time.
okay.
That's his time. All
All
right.
right, Chris Lay, you please defend Uncle Buck as the greatest John Hughes movie of all time. Go.
Okay. Well, me and Jeff are here. Jeff also loves Uncle Buck, and I think I have 30 seconds to defend Uncle Buck as like
25 seconds.
God, 25. Fuck you. Okay, A, huge pancake. How cool is that? Big pancake. And the biggest pancake. And that's like him getting back at a chick. Like, oh, yeah, you don't love me. Here you go. I love you. Moldy Russell's Ward. That's another reason right there. Everything to do with John Candy. Fucking Macaulay Culkin. Are you kidding me? Little itty bitty, like, pre-Home Alone, Macaulay Culkin.
Pre-Home Alone Culkin. That is your time.
Also,
right.
Chainsaw.
Yes. Well, let's hold on. Rebuttal, Jake Cornelli.
Rebuttal. That's a sidebar guys.
Well,
Sidebar.
I like hearing Chris Lay say rebuttal.
I will say there aren't enough hatchets in Breakfast Club.
Was it a hatchet?
Judd
Yeah,
Nelson.
sorry.
You can't go wrong with Judd Nelson, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Judd Nelson, he's harsh.
He makes people cry a lot.
What is that noise? We got a weird noise over here. All right, Chris Lay wins. Chris Lay wins that one.
Yeah.
Chris Lay wins.
Chris Lay wins on Giant Pancake. That's
Oh yeah, the kid.
Giant
You know what else wins though? It's that. What's that? The Great Outdoors. That beats
yeah.
both of them.
I've been to Duluth. It's a great movie.
The Giant Pancake and Uncle Buck beats Breakfast Club.
All together.
Yeah, again though, Breakfast Club
And-
has
and
Emilio
Usually
Estevez,
Ollie calls-
pre-Mighty Ducks.
Yeah.
That's a big thing.
What was that, Chris?
He was just talking. He hadn't even earned his mug yet. He was just straight up Cully. That's all.
Cully. Are you guys headed off to another mic, or what's the story in Madison?
Yeah, there's a place called Brokaw that me and Jeff Schultz are walking to, and I don't know, they might have closed the list, so we'll see, but I don't know.
Well, we should say
We're gonna have a drink, so.
big thank you from the cast of Killers to Chris Lay and to Che Productions for bringing in a couple of Milwaukee folk. Hopefully we'll see one Jake Cornelli on that show.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah. Well, I will. Thanks for putting me on the air, you guys.
Absolutely, anytime, Chris, and we'll touch base off the air and keep calling in any week you want to.
anytime.
All right.
Oh yeah.
And we're gonna we'll do a specific interview with you when we don't have some mod-looking kid in a hat staring at me like.
Don't worry, I promise to
eating
waste
my
everyone's time.
We'll do a Pacific Southwest.
All right, have a good Thanksgiving, Chris.
All right, bye.
See you, Chris.
Don't die, Chris.
That was Chris Lay, everybody, and he called in just to win an argument with Jake.
He was just in the stand-up showcase on Friday at Karma.
Yeah. Hey, Steve, tweet out to him and say thanks, would you?
Okay.
That'd be awesome. I think it's Mr. Chris Lay or something like that.
Yep.
Hey, I gotta run the show. So before you go, what's coming up for you, Jake?
All right, I'm gonna do them all in order. I've got a show.
From memory.
Yeah, from memory. I actually wrote it down too, just in case. So I got a lot. On this Saturday, there's a show. Static Guys are playing at Quarters, which is on Center and Wheel. And then on Wednesday, I'm doing the Comedy Cafe Showcase stand-up. And then next Thursday, or it's next week Wednesday, I should say.
Yep.
And then next week Thursday, Living Blackouts are playing at Quarters.
Cool.
Then on Saturday, Static Guys are playing at Tonic Tavern. I don't know where that is.
Bayview.
In Bayview. And then on Sunday is a comedy show at Circle A.
Yeah.
Who's in that?
It's going to be Ryan Mason and Laura Bites and Sammy RHR, Gary Z, and Steve Breeze, and a special guest spot.
Steve Breeze is doing like 25 minutes
I'm
coming
hosting.
up here.
Really?
That's what he told me.
Oh boy.
Yeah, up in De Pere. So De Pere, yeah, look out, De Pereites.
I actually did well in the beer.
He did well in De Pere. You did do well. You killed up there last time you were there.
Go back.
My
I guess so.
7 minutes all over again.
That's awesome.
no, Steve. I will say that my mom really likes you a lot.
Oh, okay.
That is us. Hold on.
Another call.
I think your mom's a lesbian.
No, that's the other one. Well, that was funny. Well, thanks, Jake, for coming on the show.
Thank you.
Always funny, always hilarious, Jake Cornelli. And if anybody has the chance to go see Jake's band next Wednesday, right?
Or all those dates that I said.
Yeah, go out and see Jake anywhere you can. Very funny. We're gonna play him out with his own band with the Static Eyes. I have to make sure that it's one of your songs though, so hold on here.
Okay.
Okay, I got it. This song's called Life. It's by the Static Eyes. We'll be right back with Tom Abramoff.
I have like 20 tweets.
Welcome back to the Killer Radio Show.
Yeah, go ahead for the mic. Yeah.
I'm Ryan Mason. I'm being joined in studio by Tom Abramoff, and of course, as always, the lovely Eric and his even lovelier girlfriend Sarah, who brought delicious cookies once again.
That's accurate.
Big thanks to Jake Cornelli. Thanks to Mr. Chris Lay. Follow Chris Lay on Twitter at Mr. Chris Lay. Mom, that's you. Follow him on Twitter. He's great. We got love on the mic right now. So we got a bunch of tweets, speaking of, coming in here. But first, say hi, Tom.
Hey, everyone.
That's Tom Abramoff.
What's up?
We'll get
What's
to
up,
him in
Eric?
just a second.
Yeah, I'm gonna read these. We got a ton of tweets, so thanks a lot for tweeting in, everybody. So I'm just gonna read all of them. I don't know. It might be like at SoCo Coke and at iGregBach. It seems like a conversation, but you tagged Cast Killer, so I'm gonna read them on the air. Starting with, I already read the David Zolina.
Any minute now. Any minute now.
Yeah.
At SoCo Coke, at Cast Killers. What do you mean I'm not listening? Because we said she wasn't. Of course she's listening.
Of course she's listening. That's Sarah Connor.
Sarah Connor, yes. And
Credit
then
where credit
Greg
is due.
Bach says, well, you're tweeting now, so I'd say at SoCo Coke 0, Cast Killers 1.
Hilarious.
She was-
I'm not gonna climb.
Got it.
She was tweeting, not listening.
You
or
can
whatever.
climb in here. I'll unmic this one. Here.
And then Chris Lay, at Mr. Chris Lay, favorited and retweeted some stuff that we did to plug his things. And then Sarah Connor says, at iGregBach, at Cast Killers, maybe I exercise personal restraint. And then Greg Bach says, at SoCo Coke, maybe, but probably not. And then at iGregBach says, very mature, COK,
Glad I did.
very mature.
Could you read these any worse?
And then Mr. Chris Lay says, "'Twas a pleasure," and some kind of weird smiley face.
Uncle Bach.
And then Jay Tyler Menz says, "Based" for Thanksgiving. Cool words. Based.
Based. I like that.
Yeah, that's a good
Based.
one.
How low can you go? I'm the incredible rhyme animal. Right? Chuck D.
Base of based.
Yeah, drop the based.
Yeah, dropping the bass. You know what I'm talking about. Chuck D. He would have voted. I guarantee Chuck D voted, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Tom Abramoff, welcome to the show.
Hey,
Even
it's good to be here.
Even Dr. Dre voted.
He would have voted.
Well, he's got a
and he
PhD.
would have called 911 for my.
Now, which Dr.
Oh,
Dre?
911's a
Yo
joke.
MTV Raps Dr. Dre or the guy who?
Yo, MTV Raps, Dr. Dre?
Yeah.
Or my orthodontist, Dr. Dre.
He's a good one.
Yeah.
But he would have called 911 for Michael Jackson.
Yeah, sure.
I hope so.
The good doctor.
Even though his doctor didn't. Yeah.
So
What
Tom
kind of doctor has to call
Dr. Dre would've done
911?
some very-
It's a bad doctor.
It's a shitty doctor.
Hey.
Yeah, language, Tom.
Language.
This isn't.
Oh.
This isn't some.
Sorry, kids.
Honky tonk.
Yeah, this
You
isn't
know?
your car. Where
All our
you
This is
preteen
the chat
listeners.
room, Yeah.
So welcome to the show. Tom Abramoff is a comic. He's young. He's fresh. He's hip. He's from Brookfield.
He's fresh, he's hip.
He's new to the comedy scene. So what got you started?
It's hard to say exactly what got me started. Joe Rogan, pretty much.
That's not
Just
how you answer a question.
well,
Joe Rogan. made
Joe
you-
Rogan. He
he was like, Tom, you should really get into stand-up.
You had Joe Rogan and he shamed you and
well, I guess I started acting like 3 years ago, and I just hated it.
acting like a human being.
Well, yeah, I started acting like a real person instead of like I had acted like a lion most of my life. I was
There's a mic there.
time to be a person. No, I started acting. I just hated having to say someone else's words like to an audience. I was just like, why don't I just break down that? Cut down the middleman.
Yeah.
Cut the middleman's head off.
You're like, this script isn't funny at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, where's all the dick jokes in the script?
So you're just
I'm a
like.
better writer than writers.
When was
Yeah.
your first open mic? Your first ever?
It was at Comedy Cafe. I want to say like the end of March.
End of March?
End of March
Okay.
or end of February. I can't remember which.
Coming around on a year then.
Yeah, just about. I'll be finishing out my first year in comedy in San Diego though.
Oh,
Which
right
is
on. Yeah,
exciting,
big
yeah.
news. Breaking
Big
news
news,
on
yeah.
Breaking
the
news.
Killer Radio Show. You're going to be moving to San Diego.
Yeah,
Who's the famous comic from San Diego?
me.
I guess you know, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna be the one.
So there's got to be one.
What's his
No,
name?
there's,
Oh,
there's
Doug
a bunch of
Benson's
them.
from San Diego.
I know there's a bunch out there.
That's cool. So you're moving out to sunny California.
Yeah.
What sort of Midwestern perspectives are you going to bring out there?
Drinking.
Yeah, I'll probably bring a lot of drinking to San Diego.
I would imagine. That's cool. So have you ever lived anywhere else before?
No,
This is your first foray into living outside the den.
Yeah, I'm looking
The
forward
weather.
to it.
Right back.
The weather is gonna be nice.
Yeah, that's actually one of like the bigger reasons I'm moving because I got so sick of having all my off days be on like the shitty weather days.
Again, like, come on, let's.
Oh man,
Clean it up.
I'm
on.
so sorry.
I'm sorry we're holding you back.
Yeah.
I just want to use that one word.
So why are you going out there? Like, other than the weather?
Chasing the dream.
Yeah, just
famous.
chasing the dream. I want to.
Oh, you're just going out there with no plan.
Well, no, I have a. That's
His plan is to
yeah.
be famous. That's
yeah,
his
my plan is like I'll be myself and I'll become famous. Yeah,
Cool.
Oh.
yeah. No, I don't know. It's just
What are
I
you
got
going out
sick
there
of
with?
Wisconsin. Who am I going out there with?
Yeah.
No one.
Okay.
My dad lives out
How
there.
are you
though.
getting out there?
Oh, I'm
Oh,
driving.
your dad lives out there. Are
Yeah.
you living with your dad?
No.
Oh.
No. I'll probably stay with him for a week or maybe it depends on when I can get an apartment. But yeah.
Well, and you said you're transferring stars, so you'll have a job when you're out there.
Yeah,
Transferring
I will still be working for
coffee places.
Starbucks.
Yeah.
Oh, so you work for Starbucks? That's right.
Yes.
How come you don't write any jokes about working at Starbucks?
Are you a barista?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm a
what is your
barista.
formal title?
Barista.
Tell everybody what
Is
your
it
drink
barista
is.
or barista? Is like
Barista.
It's not barista.
I am actually the feminine version. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Barista.
I'm a baristas. I'm a princess baristas.
He's a high priestess.
Yeah. My drink though, I have a double tall soy ristretto latte.
Okay.
Sorry. What? Double tall soy.
Ristretto latte. Double.
What's ristretto?
They pour it into a violin. and
Yeah.
You drink it out of there.
Yeah. No, the ristretto shot.
Where my violinist at? Right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
That's very nice.
So, working at Starbucks, like, you're on your feet all day. Like, are you a happy, like, barista? Like,
Yeah.
You're
I'm one of the happiest.
You seem like there's two types of baristas. There's the people who love being there, love talking to
Yeah.
people, love their customers, and then there's the people who are like, "What's your drink? What is it?" Like the drill sergeant
Yeah,
barista.
yeah.
Do you know those
Show
type
up
of
over
baristas?
and be like, this job sucks.
Most of the people at my work are the really friendly baristas. We're all like the, oh, hey, what's going on type people. But then there's one, and there's one like this drill sergeant type, and she's a terrible person to work with.
Are there other types of baristas?
Yeah, I don't know.
Give us the 50 Shades of Barista.
Well, we've got like a wide variety. We've got like a bunch of younger girls, like 18, 19-year-old girls. They all have boyfriends. I know.
Immediately.
Whatever.
Yeah,
Easy,
no,
Jason.
this is the first thing I found out.
You were like, "Hey, I'm Tom. You guys got boyfriends? Y'all got boyfriends?
That's pretty
I'm happy
much
to
how
be
it
here."
went. Yeah.
Do people order? Is yours one of the ones that has food?
Yeah, we do have food. We've got a turbo chef.
What is that?
Turbo chef?
Yeah, it's a convection microwave oven, so it like toasts and microwaves.
I love how the picture of your artisan flatbread sandwiches makes it
Yeah.
look like an elegant meal, and then I watch the guy go and then stick it into this convection oven. And I watch this thing. It's like Quiznos.
It's exactly like that. It blows my mind too that people like pay $4, $5.
It's pretty terrible too.
Yeah.
It tastes like cardboard.
Yeah, I eat it for
I would
free,
rather
so
get an Egg McMuffin.
I could care less about the
And
taste.
spit on it.
But Starbucks is like a really great place to work. I was trying to get my brother to
Yeah.
work there because like they have benefits and they're probably gonna allow you to when you move out to San Diego to.
Yeah, I'm transferring. I've already talked to my manager about it. He's like, I'm gonna talk to other managers in San Diego, and it's all taken care of.
What are we talking Christmas parties?
Sorry, Christmas parties?
Yeah. Is there a sweet like Starbucks blowout Christmas party where everybody just rages?
No, everyone just
They
blows
don't
each other.
fly everybody into Seattle. It's not like they have that kind of money. Are you thinking that all people in Starbucks get together in one place?
No. I mean,
Yeah.
at this Starbucks, I'm saying
Starbucks rave.
yeah, not like every Starbucks employee comes to like the birthplace of the original Starbucks and like has like a huge
Like Mecca.
yeah.
Yeah. No, it's not like that.
like-
No.
That wouldn't make sense for Christmas anyways.
It's like mocha.
Yeah, why would
like mocha.
Christmas be like the day that all the Starbucks baristas get together?
Well, I don't know.
It's
You
like-
say it's a good place to work. When I think of a good place to work, I think they let you get drunk on Christmas and air your grievances and not fire you. Isn't that what a Christmas party is?
Yeah.
Is that why I
Except
got
most people
fired?
just do that with their families.
Yeah, that's why you got fired, Eric.
Hard.
And another other thing, boss.
That's why you're not allowed at Starbucks too, which is cool. So like working at Starbucks, do you feel like that's helped you in comedy? I mean, you must be like wired on coffee when you get off, right? And you smell like coffee.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, normally, I never drank coffee before I started working at Starbucks, and actually I'm on a new diet where I drink a half a liter of coffee every morning now.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's a
a
diet? What kind of diet is it?
yeah. The rest of it's even crazier. It's
Wait, I looked this up because you told me about this because you're like, yeah, you know, you're fat, like, and you told me like this diet where you put butter into coffee, right?
yeah.
And it has to be grass-fed butter.
Yeah.
But I looked this up. There's a name for this diet.
the bulletproof
The
diet.
bulletproof diet. Yeah.
From Dave Asprey. Yeah.
I was like, how is this bulletproof? Like, this sounds like you're gonna. Bulletproof makes me think that like like the movie Bulletproof.
The thing is, they can't advertise on the website that you're supposed to put Kevlar in the blender with the butter and the coconut
Yeah,
oil.
yeah, makes
But
sense.
that's what makes it bulletproof.
Spider webs in there.
Yeah.
Put spider webs in there.
Yeah.
What I mean, what's the benefits of this diet though? Like,
Well,
Losing
wrap
weight.
your brains.
a big part of it is
Half a liter
also
of coffee.
yeah. No, it's a big part of it is also intermittent fasting, which means I don't eat between 8 p.m. and 2 p.m. the next day, besides the coffee. So basically, like I'm starving my body except for this like really fat-laden coffee, and it gets my body to just as soon as I eat fat, it just digests it and turns it into energy rather than storing it.
Okay.
So that's how
Yeah.
it just
Can
cuts
you have
down your
cream
fat.
with the butter coffee?
Why would you?
I don't know.
Honestly, when you blend it with the butter and the coconut oil, it turns it into like a latte kind of. It makes it really foamy and not as oily as you'd think. It tastes delicious actually. I like it. I'll put some cinnamon in it. I put peppermint in it, dark chocolate.
Peppermint.
Yeah. There's a wide range of things you can do to
Well,
make
that
it
sounds
taste better.
bulletproof.
Yeah, it's bulletproof.
Yeah, it's also grass fed.
Okay.
Yeah, a big part of the diet's also grass-fed beef. I don't know if you guys like the grass-fed beef, but
I do.
Yeah.
Are you like a foodie? Like, do you? I mean, because you're a barista, and you have like really quality coffee that you take in. You
Yeah.
demand grass-fed butter and grass-fed beef. Are you particular about what you put in your body?
Not when I'm drunk.
Because if it comes in a silver can, you don't seem to really have a problem.
Yeah, no, actually, I did the math on it yesterday. I only drink 5 different liquids, and then I only eat like a handful of different things. Like, we ate a variety of vegetables, but pretty much just grass-fed beef and some organic chicken and a bunch of vegetables. That's my diet, along with kombucha, coconut water, regular water, the coffee, and beer.
This seems very like nouveau, like
So why are you
kombucha.
doing
Like,
this?
are you some kind of like hippie in disguise?
See my body.
Are you fat?
No, I just want. I want to be. I want to have my body at like the peak operating, whatever. Like I want to have my body working as best as I can make it work.
And then just slow it
booze
down
helps.
with
The
alcohol.
booze helps. Yeah, the booze helps with that.
Yeah.
The booze
Well-
and shame, they help.
Yeah.
Because we should say when you're on stage, I don't know if it's part of your act or part of what your persona is when you're in those places, but you do drink a lot before you go on stage and while you're on stage. Is that part of your act, or do you not want to reveal what that is?
I just think it's. I honestly, I started out drinking like all just 1 or 2, and then I started to drink more, and I just had way more fun on stage when I was having a few more, because then
There's some good pictures on the COK website of you just like pounding beer like in the middle
Yeah.
on stage. Just
yeah.
I find that like after do you drink on stage anymore, Jason?
No, I can't. I can't do that at all. I did when I was started out. I did that, and there was one time, like one of my first real shows, where I had like 15 minutes to do. It's like, I'll take a drink up there, and like halfway, I was drunk, and halfway through, I forgot my set.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I don't drink at all.
Yeah.
Period. Up there anymore.
I try not to drink on stage as much anymore too, because for a while it does help like with the nerves. If you're a new comic and you're just like super nervous,
Yeah, for
then
sure.
like a drink or two will help. But like 12 drinks and you slur everything and sound like garbage, and you think you're awesome until you like listen to a recorded set later and you're like, oh wow, that was terrible.
I will say I've had my moments. I had a show at the Public House where I went through like a half an hour set, and I was just trashed on like Snake Chaser or some dark beer.
Yeah.
That was
And
recent. That was
great.
recently. Yeah.
Yeah, that was great. And
Yeah.
sometimes it works out like that. For the most part, especially if I drink like alcohol, like liquor,
Yeah.
that has a
yeah.
much more adverse effect on me than just a beer.
Yeah.
And like it has to be good beer. Like crappy beer again has the same effect on me.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I don't understand how you can get through like 6 paps and still maintain lucidity.
Well, it's all the grass-fed butter. No, yeah, I definitely think it is a bit of a crutch at this point. Like, I think I do use it as a crutch. I want to get away from it. I think that's what I'm going to be working on in the next couple of months. So expect a lot of shittier sets.
Yeah.
Well, I think I went through
Weed,
a
I
little
just-
bit of
I-
the same thing too. Like I got to a point where I couldn't.
There's someone listening driving by. Honking
Yeah,
their horn.
we love it.
They
I
wanted to
love
let
the
us know
show.
they're
That person
listening.
in front of them,
I get to a point where like I drank a lot on stage, and I was realizing it, and my reason was like monetary. I was like, I can't go do 3 open mics a week and like get
Drinking all of them.
hammered
Yeah.
because like I can't afford to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I changed my style up a little bit not too long ago, where I was like, I pick one show a week where I'll drink a lot at, and
Yeah.
the rest I'll have my one beer, and I'll try to drink that on stage. And
Sure.
There are comics out there that drink like on stage, like who's the British guy?
Ricky Gervais.
Ricky Gervais.
yeah, and then
Dude from
Ron White.
yeah, Ron
yeah,
White.
he's a pro drinker.
Yeah.
He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
also hasn't written a new joke in 20 years. So
That's
that
kind of
helps.
his shtick too. Is like
Yeah.
the cigar and the glass. You know, like that's kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, do you want to have a shtick when you're up there? Like, what's
I think that a shtick kind of develops naturally. That's what I've felt like. At least I've only been doing it like
Just
like
trying to find your footing.
8 months?
Yeah, so I'm at this point. It's kind of like you kind of like fall into a pattern naturally.
Yeah.
Of how you do comedy, I feel like, and
what do you feel like you're finding that with your writing too?
no,
No.
no, I don't feel like I found any kind of shtick. I feel like it's just I'm nowhere near what I want to be at. So
What do you
Yeah.
want to be?
No,
What would be
I
your
don't think
goal?
any of us are really
I'd like to
at
be
that point
funny.
yet.
You like to be funny.
We're
You're
still
funny.
working on it.
You're definitely
Yeah.
funny.
No, I think you're very funny.
And it helps
Thank
being
you.
like tall and handsome. I mean, because you got that
Yeah.
going for you.
And I mean, do
Well,
the
I'm
shoes do the shoes help on stage?
We
Yeah.
should describe his shoes, Eric.
Yeah. They look like his feet wrapped in plastic, like, or maybe like those gloves that you have, like, where
Well,
like,
all gloves basically that aren't.
yeah,
mittens.
that aren't mittens.
yeah,
feet
I think I
They're
could
feet
describe
shoes.
them better.
He has
Eric.
toe shoes.
Yeah,
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 go
like-
ahead.
They're
No,
toe
you-
shoes.
Yeah.
Well,
They're brown leather toe shoes.
In 2 words.
Yeah, they're very comfortable. I definitely
Asking Eric to describe anything is great because
They're
it takes him
brown.
about like 9 words to
Yeah.
get to the point where we're like, "Yep, that's."
Well,
what
they're
you
on
meant.
his feet, and
You throw enough darts at the board, you're gonna hit a bullseye, I guess.
That's what's beautiful about Eric's comedy. The words come out of his mouth, and then when he gets to that word that you know, the punchline, then he says that word,
Yeah.
which is great.
That's the funny one right there. Hey.
You've the bigger shows that you've done would probably be the Karma showcases, right?
Yeah,
How did you feel the first time you did a showcase at Karma?
I've only done one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I haven't really done many bigger shows. Mostly, yeah, I'm hosting tomorrow at Karma though.
Okay,
which will
cool.
be fun. That's gonna be my first time hosting anything.
Good luck.
yeah.
See how it looks when I drink for 2 hours instead
Yeah.
of just 15 minutes leading up to the set and then 5 minutes on stage.
Oh, that's a lie.
And then for the fucking hour and a half after
Yeah,
that.
and before.
Yeah. Hour and a half before.
Yeah,
that.
hosting. We've all hosted shows in here for sure, and
Yeah.
I think there's the one thing I will say is like there are people that can host and there are people that can't host.
Yeah.
It's definitely true. But if you even can do it a little bit, it'll make you stronger. Like doing it. So I'm
Yeah.
excited to see what you do out there.
It's definitely way different than doing a like just one set in a night to
Yeah.
host. It's like you got to bring a lot of energy, and you got to not
I feel
drink
like
so
I
much
really
that
like
you.
to talk, so it's like
Yeah.
and I could
Should
have
have a radio
energy. Yeah, I'm actually planning. I was gonna do one in Milwaukee if I was gonna move to Milwaukee with my cousin, but moving to
Like a radio show or a podcast?
podcast.
You
not
should do a
radio show.
podcast down in San Diego.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna try to do. I've
There's
already
quite a
talked
few
to.
in California. Quite a few podcasts.
Oh yeah. Well, there's
Ice
also
House.
a lot of people there, so it's
Ice
like
House, right?
there's more people that do podcasts in California.
Yeah.
Isn't it like the second most populous state?
For podcasts.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't know.
It's the
Probably.
it's the most.
It seems like all podcasts are based out of New York or LA, and
Yeah.
maybe a few in Chicago. Like ones that are popular.
Yeah.
Like national ones.
Yeah.
I don't know. What's your favorite podcast?
Joe Rogan Experience, definitely, or the Bone Zone. Bone Zone's a fantastic
I'm not
podcast.
familiar with that one.
It's Brendan Walsh, Davey Johnson,
Oh,
and
okay.
Randy Litke. They're a couple of comics from out in LA, and they're just super funny. They're goofy as fuck. Oh, they're goofy.
Come on.
They're goofy as bananas, guys.
They're bananas as goof. What's your favorite podcast, Eric?
I'm not sure.
No?
I don't have a favorite one either. I don't
Yeah.
listen to enough.
I don't really listen to enough to know. Yeah.
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 No
Listen to
one cares
the-
what you think, Steve. I know.
You know,
I
who's
like,
huge into podcasts is Gary.
Yeah.
Gary
yeah, for
listens
sure.
to like so many podcasts, but like I kind of can't really find the time to listen to a lot of podcasts. You know what I mean? Because I'm always like
Sure.
working and stuff.
I like the best show on WFMU is Tom Sharpling's show, which we compete directly with. So don't listen to that. Only listen to the podcast of that one. And I like Julie Klausner. The Julie Klausner show is funny. Check that out.
Oh, cool.
How was your week? Is what it's called. It's really good.
Oh, I thought you were going to ask me how was my
A
week.
lady podcast. It's been good. That's right.
I've had a good week.
Because it's I support female comedy and all comedy because they're the same. It's just the same. It's equal.
Yeah.
Yeah, women are the same as men.
So you're moving in like a month or so, right?
2 months.
2 months. So
Yeah, January 10th is the first.
What shows do you got before you move?
I'll probably be doing like all the Karma open mics and the
Art Bar.
Punchline, Art Bar.
Punchline's going on tonight after this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
People should check that out.
I want to go. I have to work at 7 tomorrow morning, so it's kind of a push.
Yeah, being a
People
barista,
need their coffee.
You gotta
Yeah.
wake up early.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna wake up tomorrow, make my half a liter of. I might make a whole liter.
Holy.
Oh, jeez.
Liter coffee.
Jeez, oh, Pete.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna miss most about Milwaukee, other than us?
Yeah, all the people. That's definitely like not even a joke. It's the people. People
Yeah,
make it better.
definitely.
Yeah, not you, Jason,
my
but
God.
like
Yeah.
and Eric.
Well,
have
you
been
said
cool.
people, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I meant
monsters.
The
Yeah.
monsters. Yeah, well, you'll definitely be missed, but I'm sure I'm going to see a ton of
I
you
mean,
in the.
lots of luck to you though. I mean, like hopefully you go out there and just hit the ground
Get
running
AIDS,
and just.
Yeah.
You'll have an immediate in too, like because when you get out there and you start doing open mics, you've done more comedy than the average Joe.
Yeah.
Like anybody walking up there trying to do it the first time.
Just stage
So
time.
even when you go up there and like, oh, it's my first time doing comedy in San Diego, they're still going to treat you like it's your first time, and
Probably be
So
very
don't
racist.
embarrass
Probably
us. Is
make
what I'm
fun of
saying.
You. They
Oh.
probably won't accept you right away, so it'll be very familiar to you.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah,
it's
right?
gonna be like last week.
Right now.
It's gonna be like this moment.
Well, folks should come on out to Karma tomorrow to see Tom and the rest of the gang do some comedy.
Yeah.
Do we get any tweets before we close the show out? I think we're getting to about that time.
Oh, we just got one as you said that.
Oh my God.
Here.
So now it takes a minute to.
Oh.
That's the Twitter thing.
Oh, just so anyone knows, I'm starting my own choir. It's the Lung Cancer Survivors Choir.
You're an ass.
Wow.
If there's anyone out there who's a lung cancer survivor, anyone with just like a deep, raspy voice, we're looking for
Anyone
members.
else is dead. So
I'll be there.
At I
Thank
Greg
you.
Bach says at Steve Breeze like Stevie. Can't wait to see Conky Dong.
I don't think that's a
Greg
thing.
Buck, you're a weirdo.
Hashtag
Greg
landline.
Yeah. All right. Conky
Oh.
Don.
And J. Tyler Mentz tweeted in Pete Holmes does a quality podcast, he said.
Oh yeah.
So-
Definitely, and he's always on the podcast with like Jordan and Jesse Go, the on that network out of San Francisco, LA. That group, Jesse Thorne's. I forget what it's called. Max Fun. That's a whole podcast network of fun things. But you know what? Just listen to us. That's
Yeah,
what I would
yeah.
say. Like we're pretty funny. Just listen to us.
Yeah.
That's it. Tom Abrams taking a picture of himself, I think.
Yeah, I wanted to document this.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in. Thank you, Tom, for coming on.
Yeah, I'm just gonna plug. Follow me on Instagram at Tom Abramoff and follow me on Twitter at Tom Abramoff.
That's our
And,
first Instagram follow question right there.
I
Wonder what Tom, his crazy diet. He'll have an
There-
Instagram
yeah.
diet.
No, I won't.
Here's, here's
there's,
me on the can again.
If you check me out on Instagram, one of my pictures, my dick is in it. So
Oh yeah,
that's
sweet dick pics.
find that dick pic.
So you can have a Where's Waldo themed Instagram.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's painted.
Just
all right.
little stripes. And
Yeah.
With that, I'm going to close the show out. This has been another installment of the Killer Radio show.
Installment.
Happy Thanksgiving,
yeah.
everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving. Come to Art Bar on Thanksgiving after you get sick of your in-laws.
Yeah, which you will. Come on out. I'll be there, I'm
I'm
sure.
not gonna be there.
Well,
I love my family.
whatever. Go home.
You want to seem like a product of love.
And make sure you go out to see Jake Corneli's band and go out to the Circle A. The show is coming up here. I believe it's on the 4th of December, so check that out. And we'll see you around on the Killer Radio Show.
Good night.